Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now we're going to check out a cool band today. I really like these guys. These are guys that have kind of semi-recently got on board with this channel, and I immediately got on board with them as a listener and as a fan because I really like what they're doing. Three-piece band, making music that's kind of 4 or 5 piece band music, but doing a really high quality job and doing it all themselves, mixing it, recording it, all the rest of it, and just coming out with a really nice job and a great sound, a high quality sound. And I think this kind of modern alternative metal, alternative rock, grunge, whatever, is actually sounding really, really great, better than it sounded in the 90s as far as I'm concerned. And the latest mixes and stuff just really come across the ear nicely. Sounds great. The band we're going to check out today is called Bleeding Sun. They got their latest track for us to check out. But I just want to mention this. If you're in any kind of melodic band, whether it be alternative rock, alternative metal, melodic metalcore, modern kind of metalcore stuff, or anything like that, if it's got a melodic edge to it, Space on Travel is a great place to send your music because they upload those kind of bands all the time, and they've got a good audience for those kind of bands as well. So if you get yourself on there, as you can see here, you're going to get a decent amount of views, 5,500 views on this one. It only came out the other day, which is pretty cool. And if you scroll down right down here to the bottom, you can see they got a bunch of nice comments as well. All these comments about it are positive, people enjoying the music and enjoying the song and commenting about it as well. That's what I'm hoping to get out of this channel eventually. We haven't quite got there yet in terms of the views and getting the comments and stuff, but you know, it's a really good vibe when you can upload your music somewhere, get a good amount of views on it, and then get a good amount of comments and likes and all the rest of it as well. You know, that's sick. Especially when you're a 3-piece band making all the music yourself, you're not going through record companies and all that garbage as well. It's homegrown bands that have got a chance via Space and Travel, and hopefully in the future via this channel as well, to really get seen and talked about and people find out about your band. It's dope. So shout out to that channel. And if you're in a melodic band, send your stuff over there. It's a good place to send it. The track we're going to listen to today has got a lyric video. It's called Hopeless. Let's give it a spin. Already sounds great.
Time escapes everyone, and here I am starting again. Time is poisoning, so why can't I turn and run from all I've done? I've fallen along the way.
Nice.
Got no time for sympathy.
Great recording on all the elements, sounds really nice.
Clueless thoughts, it's never been, and I wish that I wasn't right here. And this curse that calls, it beckons me, so put your head down and run before it's too late. I've fallen
Super nice. Great job. Really sounded quality on the ears. Everything was recorded super great, mixed super nice, and just felt warm, echo, like reverby, just kind of hugged you with the sound. You could hear all the elements of the music nicely. The acoustic guitar sounded absolutely great, had a power to it as well as the acousticness. Must have been a big one, but yeah, sounded really nice. Came down with the drums, junkin' down, dropping into the next section. Sounds really great. These guys are awesome. I was just thinking to myself while this was on, if this had come out in the 90s, as it sounds now, you would know the name Bleeding Sun already, because they would have been one of the biggest alt metal bands going, because they've got a quality to their sound that would, at that time, have only come from the highest, best studios around, and maybe not even that, because I've actually been going back and listening to some 90s grunge and Nirvana and stuff like that just recently, and I've kind of remarked that I've had to turn them up compared to newer bands because the mixes are way quieter. They haven't got the punch and the clarity that the modern mixes have got, that this stuff's got. And it's just got a kind of analogy, tapey, muffliness to it that you don't hear nowadays, because the digital mixes are so much clearer and refined and got a sharper edge to them. And I think if this stuff had come out in the 90s or even the early 2000s, it would have blown the scene away just from the quality of the sound. People would have wanted to know, how the hell have you got this to sound so clear and yet warm and reverby and layered? The vocals sound so great, and it just sounds so amazing. So these guys have really, really nailed it, and I just love that they're a three-piece band doing this as well. This isn't a full band. Well, it is a full band, but you know what I mean? They're doing more parts than a three-piece band, because there's lead guitar, there's rhythm guitar, bass and drums and vocals. And there's extra bits as well. There's some synthy sounds and atmospheric stuff in there as well. So they're putting their hand to a lot of different tasks, and getting the job done, high quality on all of them, and then recording and mixing and mastering themselves, and to make it sound as high quality as any band out there. You couldn't, if I really wanted to even nitpick on this stuff and kind of, split hairs, I couldn't. There's nothing there nothing while I was listening to this track, I didn't have a thought at any time, that would be better if it was like this or that, or they should have done this or that. Nothing like that springs to mind. You just sit back and enjoy it because it sounds right. It sounds quality. Sick. These guys are going to keep sending over their music, I'm pretty sure, because they enjoy being on the show, and I really enjoy having them on the show. This is one of the bands that I've instantly got on board with, and I'm enjoying alt metal and alt rock more so nowadays. There was a big hiatus for me, kind of 15 years where I haven't listened to this music whatsoever, but I'm getting back into it more, and that's because modern alt metal, alt rock sounds friggin' amazing, in my opinion. And if you want to listen to something with a bit more of a melodic edge to it, a bit more of a warmer edge to it and stuff like that, rather than super heavy grinding stuff, cannot go wrong with the modern alt metal bands. They sound absolutely great. They come across with a nice emotion in their lyrics, and all the lyrics to this one were really good as well. So yeah, if you want a kind of different vibe to something super heavy, alt metal is doing very nicely nowadays. And if you've not been listening to it for a while, you might be surprised how good it sounds. I have been. So hopefully we'll see these guys again soon. I do quickly want to mention as well, because these guys are really great in this regard as well. These guys, once they put up a video, they also put up a bunch of other videos on their Instagram and everywhere else showing how they made the track, why they made the track, the reason behind the lyrics, themselves recording it and stuff like that. So, it's really cool that this band are not only just putting out the music, but they're getting involved with their fans. offering up, the recording process, the composition process, and all the rest of it, so you can really get involved with this band, get to know them, and feel like you're part of, the whole process of it all. I really like that. I think it's really cool when bands do that. You can overdo it, and I would say to these guys, make sure you don't overdo it, because sometimes you can just upload too much stuff and you're like, oh, we got this, we got that, we got this, we got that. You got to kind of stage it so that it comes out, so that you're giving people enough to keep them interested, but you're not giving them too much that they're like, well, I'm kind of fed up of these guys now. They're too in my face. So there's a kind of line to be drawn with that stuff. But I really think nowadays the way to go is between your tracks, between your releases, get involved with the audience, show them what you're up to, show them a bit of recording. You don't need to show them the whole recording process or something like that. Just do it like this, like this drum video. Hey, we got a video. Here's the dude putting down the grooves on the drums. It only needs to be 20 seconds long. And it just gets you involved with the band a bit more. Yeah, they're working on something. It's cool. Oh, look, we can see, look, they got a bunch of cool amps and stuff in the background here and whatever. So I really think it's cool putting up stuff in between your releases just to keep up with the community and keep reminding them that you exist and that you're doing stuff when you're busy and all the rest of it. There you go. Very, very cool. Hope you have a good day today, guys. That's going to be it from me. We'll see you around tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.